The media put Angela Rayner under intense pressure today, challenging her on the 2.8% pay rise that MPs are set to receive, bringing their salaries up to a staggering £94,000 a year. When confronted about whether this increase was justified during a cost of living crisis, Rayner struggled to respond. She was left stuttering, unable to provide a clear or convincing answer. Instead of admitting the reality, she lied, trying to spin the situation in a way that simply didn't add up. But the facts speak for themselves. While ordinary people are struggling with soaring bills, stagnant wages, and record high taxes, MPs are pocketing even more money. How can they justify this? And more importantly, how long will they keep lying to the public about it? In today's video, we will watch and react, but first, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more. Have a watch.
You've all taken a 2.8% pay rise as agreed by the MP's pay review body.
The pay review body is independent.
Hang on a second, is that particularly working class? All those things taken together, is that working class?
All those things taken together, Tom, I've just explained to you, the winter fuel allowance people are over £400 better off because we protected the triple lock, we protected the most vulnerable. I've just explained to you the welfare and the principles and the values that we will protect those that need it and make sure that they get the support, and we've got to make sure that people can get into work. And in terms of the pay rise, MPs do not have any control over that. That is completely independent of government. And that was brought in some years ago. And that is the rules on that. That is not nothing within our control on that.
You could give it back, though, couldn't you? At a time of cuts, people see the Chancellor, the Deputy Prime Minister getting paid more.
Administratively, trying to give it back is more of a nightmare. And let's be honest, as someone who's come from a working class background, as someone who has been a trade unionist all my life, I think people should get paid the amount that is scored for their work. I don't pit one worker against another and say, well, I think that you're worth this amount. I fought hard for equal pay in my employment when I was a home care worker. And I think that when a job has been evaluated independently and they say that's what the price of that job is, I think that's right, that a worker should be paid it. That's a principle that I absolutely believe in.
This how people reacted. This user said, "Every time I hear this ginger-wigged homunculus open his mouth, I feel my IQ begin to wither, like a lettuce left gasping in a heatwave. Each syllable he utters is an unspeakable act of violence against the Queen's English." And yes, I said Queen because I will not, in good conscience, cede our language, our dignity, to a man who would house and break bread with our enemies, while our own people bleed, starve, and suffer at their hands. But I digress. That such a creature could ascend to power on merit alone is not merely implausible, it is metaphysically offensive. One can only assume some foul and unholy cocktail of luck, apathy, and collective neurological collapse conspired to usher him into office. The mind reels, the ears bleed, Baz said. She could give it to those disabled people in her community who will lose out if these proposed cuts go through, Sam said. What value do MPs give to the country to determine they deserve a 2.8% pay rise? Jane said. We are not better off. Everything goes up all the time, so it's not like the poor pensioners are suddenly adrift with money to spare. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe.